Other than that, I just think it felt. I mean, it's none of my business, but I felt I wanted to comment on this this Dr. Dre and Zephyrnix thing that's going on, only because it's not. It's like so corny. Now, I'm gonna say that Zephyrnix is not the type to do the personal attacks thing. That's not him. That's not him. So it's honestly, I'm not, I'm cool with Trey. I don't got no problem with him, but it's like he's. I've watched basically all the videos, and I have to say it really looks like he's the one that started all the personal attacks because. As long as I've seen and watched Zephyrnix videos and known him, he's not the type to do that, and it really seems like Trey is really just. I mean, you just like really coming at his, the personal attacks. Nobody wants to watch, this kindergarten yo mama joke video. Like it's getting real corny. Like it's not entertaining. It's really not to me. Like not even if y'all was arguing about games, of course this would be fine. So what I say I do right now, y'all should just like pick one topic, one gaming topic to argue over or something to argue over, like create a treaty that there will be no more personal attacks and start arguing about some gaming shit. Now, I don't mean to call you out, Trey, but it's like, because this has happened to me, it seems what you're doing is you're doing this for views. Now, because it's been happening to me, like people, what they do is they target someone more, known on YouTube, excuse me. Bless me. They target someone more known on YouTube, and then they go with them for the views, for the credibility, for whatever reason, for the attention. And that's kind of what it seems what you're doing, Trey. Now, at first it might have seemed like, yes, you came at him for, for whatever he said about gaming, some mistakes he made, but it never became, oh yeah, arguing over this topic, PS3 and Xbox, or the flaws in Xbox or the flaws in PS3 that, nobody ever knew what any of you were arguing about. It just became mistakes, like dumb shit. Like I honestly don't know what y'all argue. Y'all been arguing about bullshit so long, I don't even know what y'all talking about no more, honestly. So I say, whenever y'all want to do it on YouTube, on Skype, y'all need to pick a damn like topic and like debate over it, like, cause this shit is getting corny, like. And I'm sorry, but it really seems like Zephyrnix made that video where basically he said, he's not, trying to have no YouTube beef or personal attack things, and I know that's not Zephyrnix. But Trey, the next video you came out with, it was like even more personal attacks. I was like, yo, the man just said this is not him. This is not what he's about. It's not what he's trying to do. And then you come out with another personal attack. It's like, that's not what we are about. Like, nobody cares about that shit. Like, it's corny. Y'all need to find some topic to start arguing about. Sign a treaty. I don't care what y'all do. Just do it. Like, for real. I mean, something that's had me dying, like, and I've said YouTube has gotten boring somewhat. That's not entertaining what y'all doing. It's not.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been getting owned left and right for the last 24 hours. And none of it's been from Trey. Not one piece of it has been from Trey. Seriously. Who you just saw right there was Broken Games HD. If you are not subscribed to him, slap yourself twice and go ahead and subscribe to him. That man is just beast right there. Seriously. Literally from the beginning, he has proven himself more of a man than I am. And I'm just being real with it. I'm just being real with it. Like literally from the beginning. And one day I'm going to tell that story. And the thing is that it's a story that nobody knows. And because Broken Games is such a stand-up guy and such a, big man, that no one ever is going to know it until I tell the story. But yeah, at one point he definitely owned the hell out of me and put me definitely in my place. That's definitely one guy that got me. But anyway, and he's not the only one who's gotten me. There's been a lot of people out here who's been saying basically the same thing. Let me go ahead and kind of quote Cameron Meeks, Cameron Meeks, who said this, quote, "A real man never stoops to another man's idiot's level." If he, the idiot's talking about wifey, just own him like you always do. No need to look up his family members. They didn't do anything. And talk about them. You know, if he talks about your wifey and you talked about someone else's wife, you know, excuse me, he said he talked about your wife and you talked about someone else's wife. You know, he said this has got to stop. And he's got a point. He's got a point. I was just like, you know what? You're right. Icy Rhythms followed up with, I agree with this guy, Zeph. Your family and loved ones have nothing to do with this. If he's going to be on that level, fine. But you need to be better, older, and wiser. Just because he wants to act like a child and take it there doesn't mean that you have to do the same. Once again, you know, I definitely take that as pure ownership right there. You know, I got to be real with it. I mean, granted that, I mean, it's nice that I'm watching people, you know, go from his page and come to my page and saying, oh, Zeph, you got him good. But, you know what? You know, it's really not feeling, doesn't really feel like it. You know, and that's kind of what I've been saying. It's not the fact that I don't think I got him. Hell yeah, I got him. But that victory that you usually feel is something that I wasn't getting. You know, and I think it's really because it's like there was no satisfaction in this. It feels worthless to me. Another thing, the Mark 102 said this. He said, as a reply to something I said to him, he said that he said, it's just that Dr. Trey is stupid, yes, but you did about 1 million comments on him and his videos. I think you shouldn't be making another video about him. You know, I mean, for a young guy, he really showed, you know, he just showed straight, you know, he just kind of put me in my place right there. And I was like, you know, and he's young too, he's young, about 15 or so. Two more things I want to show over right here. One thing I want to show is one video that I got from one particular set of comments that I got from Sonia. And quite frankly, Sonia got me too. I even had to say that. Sonia just totally destroyed me. And she was right. She said this, quote, she says, I agree with this guy, Zeph. This guy is a dick, making himself and you look like a fool. And what are you going to get out of this? You're not getting any subs, no views, and you're never going to learn anything from this guy, you know, from someone as stupid as this guy. In my opinion, Zeph, you got owned big time because you let you let a lower life form bring you down to his level. Think about it. He has no life, barely has a job, if any, and lives with his parents at the age of 29, which actually is true. I got proof right here, actually. He said, you can't get no more pathetic than that. He said, being honest, he is the biggest loser I've seen on YouTube so far. A pathetic shell of a man that's still living off his mother's titty. Look at his dry jokes. You know, well, she digs a little more into it, but long story short, she was right. Hell, dude, my wife got me this morning too. She totally put me in my place too. She goes, she said that she heard me outside talking on, you know, making the video or whatever, and she heard that he had said something about her. And I said, yeah. And I said, but no one's going to say nothing about my baby, you know, straight up, you know. And then she said something that totally just destroyed me. She said, well, you know what? You got owned. And I looked at her and said, how do I get owned? She said, because he made you stay out here doing videos instead of being there with your wife. And I was just like, damn. You can't get no realer than that. Long story short, I've been owned this entire week. I've been made a fool of. Well, not so much made a fool. Well, no, that too. None of it from Trey, mind you. But like I said, you know, even a man of my age and my caliber has a lot of growing up to do. You know? But sometimes it takes more people who are much wiser, you know, and with a clear head to go ahead and kind of point that out. I want to give a special thanks to my wife in there. I know she hears me. My wife, you know, always put her first. Broken Games, Sonia, Icy Rhythms, and everyone else. The Mark, I want to definitely give you props, man. Thank you very much. I also want to give love to Cameron Meeks, definitely I appreciate all you guys. You know, you guys put me on, you know, kind of put me, you know, smack me back, basically right back, you know, in place. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, I ain't gonna do no more videos on it. I'm done. I'm just being real with it.
My daughter speaks with the wisdom beyond her years. We have all come here with anger in our hearts, but she comes with courage and understanding. From this day forward, if there is to be more killing, it will not start with me.